Weather forecast.
It is a quiet evening on this Monday. I hope everyone had a great weekend. This is a view courtesy of our Mississippi Power Cam over the city. Again, no real issues for now. It's warm though. We have temperatures in the mid 60s. We have a southeast wind about 10 miles per hour, and we have dew point temperatures in the 50s, which feels pretty good. But notice as we look at the dew point temperatures across a good portion of at least the coastal areas, we have some upper 60s and even some 70-degree dew points like down towards Biloxi. That's not too far from Meridian, and what's creating that bit of a difference is what we call the warm front. And once we get under that warm front overnight, we're going to tap into this juicy air mass, and that's going to kind of help fuel our chances for showers and thunderstorms. But here's a check of our first low radar. Pretty quiet for the most part. We do have a few little spotty showers though that have popped up. These are non-severe, just showers that are moving through portions of Jasper County, pushing towards the Newton County area. And also here's the bigger picture. Here's that warm front that's gradually lifting northward. So again, all of the juice in terms of the moisture that's helping to fuel storms is down towards the coast. That's also where we have the best of the instability as well. That's indicated by the colors that you see there. That's the storm growth fuel. And as we go through time, again, we're going to tap into some of that energy, which will help bring us a chance for thunderstorms and our low end threat for severe weather. So we have a level 1 and a level 2 threat for severe storms overnight, mainly after 2 a.m. That could linger through about 6 o'clock in the morning, and then that level 2 threat will shift east as we work our way towards late morning on Tuesday, and that can linger into the afternoon time frame as the cold front comes in. So our main threat would be for damaging wind, but all modes of severe weather are possible, including tornadoes, although it is a lower end threat. But you do want to stay weather aware and know where your safe place is, as well as having ways of getting severe alerts before you go to bed tonight. So here's an overall view of your forecast, and as we work our way towards later tonight or so, we're expecting just more of the spotty variety of showers. Here's 2 a.m. and more of the same, but after 2 o'clock in the morning, we have to watch those storms that come in from the west. Here's 4 o'clock, and we could have some storms that, if nothing else, just could bring some very heavy rain, but also those bright colors do represent the potential for some storms that could pack a punch. Same deal through about 7 o'clock in the morning. I think we'll have a little bit of a lull as we head towards mid-morning, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, but we still have to watch those storms. However, with the cold front approaching and getting closer by late morning, here's 11 o'clock, we have to watch these individualized cells that come in, as well as those lines of storms, or those storms along a line, I should say, which is that cold front as that marches through. But by 4 o'clock, it looks like we'll be in the clear. And from that point, we can get ready for what's going to be nice weather leading up to the weekend, although getting cooler. Rainfall amounts with this system could range anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. And once the cold front crosses, as mentioned, it's going to open up the door to a dose of Canadian air just in time for the holiday. And many of you are big fans of cooler weather for Thanksgiving and, of course, Christmas. So we're going to have temperatures near 60 for highs on Thursday. That's definitely below the average, as we should have highs around the mid 60s. We'll start out our Thanksgiving with some chillier conditions and even cold weather for Black Friday morning in case you're going to get out there and shop. We may even have some upper 20s, which we'll kind of fine tune as we get closer, but far from freezing now. We have widespread 60s on the map. And as far as our 10-day forecast at 10, again, after Tuesday, the weather looks good for traveling. And even after the holiday, we have to watch the next storm system, which will be this weekend, potentially Sunday into Monday, which is when folks are maybe traveling home. So we'll definitely have to tackle that. But in the short term, our focus is tomorrow, so make sure you're staying weather-minded.